I'm Danforth Prince. Welcome to my office. I'm president of Blood Moon Productions, a publishing house that's fascinated by the American concept of fame as it applies to Hollywood, the media, and politics. I'm here today to talk about the book we've just released on the most famous mega celebrity on the planet today, Donald Trump, and his quest to become the President of the United States. We deliberately timed the release of this controversial book for the frenzy, anguish, and rage in the weeks before the presidential elections of 2016. Its title is The Man Who Would Be King. It's an entertainingly packaged, artfully salacious, often lurid bombshell of a book, a fast-moving page-turner focusing on an unvarnished overview of America's most fascinating billionaire. Brilliant and multifaceted, Donald Trump is a study in contradictions. Our book presents him with glory, or with vainglory, depending on your point of view. We write about his status as a corporate swashbuckler, a modern-day Midas, a wheeler-dealer, a spinmeister, a gilded Reagan-era mojo, a guru for wannabe millionaires, a master of schmaltz, a choreographer of the deal, a master of self-promotion, a real estate tycoon, a casino kingpin, a landlord for the very rich and the very famous, a Don Juan of the penthouse boudoir, a beauty pageant impresario, the supernova of Fifth Avenue, and the husband of three gorgeous models, two of them imported from Mitteleuropa, another a blonde Georgia peach. This is the first biography on the market to include the details of Trump's politically incorrect race for the presidency, a campaign that shocked and sometimes horrified the world. Lambasting the Pope, defending the size of his penis, castrating 16 other GOP hopefuls, including a woman, and stirring the flames of dozens of well-publicized feuds, he attracted millions of loyal fans and disciples. Blood Moon, whose previous warts-and-all biographies have been received with a mixture of celebration and condemnation, is already well acquainted with controversy. Our books have been both lauded and denounced for their myth-busting overviews of, among others, such politicians as the Clintons, the Reagans, the Kennedys, and J. Edgar Hoover, such cultural icons as Jacqueline Onassis, Jaja, Eva, and Magda Gabor, and Linda Lovelace, literary dragons who have included Tennessee Williams, Truman Capote, and Gore Vidal, and movie stars who have included James Dean, Marilyn Monroe, Steve McQueen, Elizabeth Taylor, Paul Newman, Katharine Hepburn, Vivien Leigh and Laurence Olivier, Frank Sinatra, Michael Jackson, Peter O'Toole, Humphrey Bogart, Marlon Brando, Merv Griffin, and at least a dozen others. Yet despite their notoriety and the controversies associated with their legacies, none of the personalities I just mentioned has been as fascinating, as powerful, or as dangerous as the subject of our newest biography, Donald Trump. This is a large and intricately detailed book, the first of its kind ever published. It has 800 pages, hundreds of photographs, and a format inspired by the tabloid style that Donald himself has used to his advantage. We compiled it with the ironic assessment that despite the Donald's spectacular fame, a lot of people don't know a lot about him. All of that has changed with the publication of this book. Everything you ever wanted to know about the Donald and his legacy, the good, the bad, the unmentionable, and the cringe-worthy is included in this sweeping saga, the world's most comprehensive, most daring, most outspoken overview of everything anyone of interest ever said, wrote, or communicated about the most famous politician since JFK. It includes a blow-by, embarrassing-blow barrage of the controversies associated with Donald's obliteration of 16 of his arguably better qualified rivals, among them Jeb Bush, Ted Cruz, Carly Fiorina, John Kasich, and Marco Rubio. How he did it, how his enemies from across the political spectrum reacted, and how pundits from everyone from Fox News to MSNBC reported on a candidate the likes of which they'd never seen before. Whereas this book is of immediate interest to fans and detractors of the Donald in the days before the presidential election, it will also, we think, enter the canon of essential documentation about the American Republic during the desperate post-recession anguish that contributed to Donald Trump's rise to power. We think it's an important book with a historical perspective that other commentaries simply won't be able to replicate. It's available for sale now on internet sites that include Amazon.com and BarnesandNoble.com in the US, Amazon.co.uk in Britain, and on dozens of online booksellers down under and in continental Europe. Donald Trump, the man who would be king, new, hot, and almost as controversial as the Donald himself. This is a post-recession, world-class first, the most entertaining overview of Donald Trump and the climate in which he thrived ever published. Many thanks for taking a look at it. Best wishes to all of you, happy reading, and good luck. Thank you.